Hi, good evening. How are you? So, I'm fine. Hope you're also doing well and hope you had a clear practice of this simple present tense. So, we have seen, excuse me. So, we have seen the simple present tense very clearly in very detailed manner I have given to you. So, hope you have been practicing and pausing the video, making note of the things, and even though the letters appear very small, so you can pause, you can zoom it, and you can make note. And for every point I am giving an example, so you pause it. So depending upon your speed of listening ability, so you can listen it in a normal mode, or either you can forward means increase the speed, or you can decrease it. You all know it anyhow. So there are different learners here, so at different levels we learn. So this is literally meant for the beginners as well as my students, my dear students, the present students, past students, and all the students. And before I enter into the class, please do like, share, subscribe, and do not forget, because the efforts has to reach to majority of the students, majority of the learners. That's what is my intention. So please do, and so just start our learning. Now this is the past tense. We have seen the present tense in the previous class. So in one of the video we have seen the table. So just I am trying to recall. So there are the tenses: present tense, past tense, and future tense. So each and everything is again subdivided into simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. So this you had seen it in one of the class, and later only about the present, only about the present. So these two I did not explain it to you. So in a 45 minutes of this class we have seen this. So hope you are all learning. So this we have did it. Today which part we are going to do? This next part, this the past. What we are going to do? The past. Past simple, past continuous, past perfect, and past perfect continuous. So hope you are getting this. So the table, having this table in the mind, so it helps us to learn the things faster. The thing I told you, we are the foreigners. It is a second language for us. It's not our mother tongue, and we are not the native speakers. So we need to know certain formats or certain set of things to learn it and to familiarize. The other point which I told you is that as we are all not native speakers, we need to listen more and learn. So LSRW, that is what: listening, speaking, reading, writing. The more we listen, the more we will be able to do the rest of the things. So first thing, though my students request to do it in Telugu, means in our regional language, I feel it is that doing in Telugu becomes all worthless, because if I start once speaking in Telugu, whole our attention, means you are listening, will be comfortable with Telugu. Means you will, out of all my 10 sentences, you will pay attention to one Telugu sentence. So I'll explain all points, and if I say one in Telugu, so you will, so whole English you won't listen much, you won't concentrate. So that's what is my intention. Listen more, comment me in English, and I'll try to reply it. So please learn it. That's what is my intention. Let's learn it within this 1, 2, 3, depends. It may be months or it may be years, but the more we practice, the more we be faster, are able to speak much better. Now let's start the simple present. The first one, it is simple present. So hope you remembered the V1, V2, V3, V4 forms. What are the V1, V2, V3 forms? So yesterday I gave that: eat, ate, eaten, and eating. So remember these three things. So eat and eating seems to be present, and ate, eaten seems to be past. But why do we need all these things, and when do we use is something which we need to know. So now here it comes the past verb to form. So in the past tense, it is the verb to form which do we use in the past, and this also is a past, no? So that also we use it. So in the simple present tense class, I told you that with all the perfect tenses, this verb 3 comes. Whenever the word perfect you listen, this verb 3 we use it. Continuous, whenever we use the word continuous, we use this verb 4. Hope you are remembering this. So hope you are memorizing. Now let us see. In the verbs, in the main verbs, not the auxiliaries. So the auxiliary verbs classes we have did it. Learn that thing and keep practicing and keep doing daily. This subject, who is the subject? The doer, or about what we speak is the subject. Definitely the subject has to be in the first place. And when we speak about the past tense, again I'll draw the linear line. Now this is our present. What is today? Today is Tuesday for me. So present and Tuesday. So now before this, so even 6 p.m. is past to me. So yesterday's Monday is past to me. So it is, whether it is yesterday, last year, last month, last week, last decade, last century, anything is past to us. So which has happened, the events or actions which has taken place before this line are the past events. Now today we will see about how we have to express about the past actions. So the things which has happened earlier. So here in this we know that certain things will be happening, certain things, here something will happen and here something will happen. That means, for example, in 2000 something will happen, in 1990 something will happen. So certain things we have the relation between the two things. For example, 1947 is the independence. So then in 2000 the progress, any issue after this millennium, something we might have did, some action which has the relation with this. So all this interrelating actions also we discuss it here. How do we correlate the things, and how do we one after the other, how do we connect the things. So all this in detail when we see this 4 past verbs, we come to know this is what is past tense. Now the verb, main verb. What is this verb? Main verb. Main verb in the sense which is other than the auxiliary verbs. So the verbs, all the action words, the words which denote all the actions are the events. So I am speaking, you are listening. So the speak, listen are the actions, are the verbs, main verbs. So these main verbs basing on its these conjugations V1, V2, V3, we have, means people has divided them into regular and irregular. We need to know this. So what are regular verbs? The verbs which are just added by ed are called regular verbs, which are just added by ed. For example, walk, walked, walked, have, had. So these are the past forms I have written actually. So talk, talked, talked, laugh, laughed, laughed, jump, jumped, jumped, paint, painted, painted. All the words which comes with ed, and even some verbs which do not change with ed also, they remain same. Hit, 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 out, 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 put, put, put. So certain things also are considered as regular verbs. What are the irregular verbs? Which has 3 different conjugations, just like yesterday I gave you, eat, ate, eaten. Likewise, draw, drew, drawn. So these are the irregular verbs which has the 3 different forms, and these are the regular verbs which are just added by ed and which remains same in the 3. And here just why I have written this is, what is the past form of have? Had and had. So what is the V3 form for this have? It is had, the perfect. So this is V3 which we use it in perfect. Is past is was, are past is were. So to express certain things in past tense, we need to know this past tenses. We need to know this past tense now. So past tense we need to know, and perfect also we need to know, and sometimes even verb 4, ing form. Verb 4 is nothing but, so hope you all knowing it, noticed also. Verb 4, what is verb 4? Verb 4 is nothing but eat, verb 1 plus ing. It is eating. So this verb 1 plus ing is eating is the verb 4. So for all these verb 1s we add just ing, then it becomes verb 4. That is what we call it as present participle. So if you are not interested in memorizing the name, just remember it as verb 4. What we call it as verb 4. This is verb 4, present participle. We need to remember, as we are learners and we have to learn many things connected to each other. So as the names will be with us, if the names will be with us, it will help us more. Now let us see, when do we use this subject plus past tense? I I went. I went. You are knowing it. I went means I went somewhere. So this past tense always comes with the first thing, it comes with a adverb of time. Remember this comes with a adverb of time. So I went. When I went in the evening. I went in the evening. I went. Let us take yesterday. When I went yesterday. So subject verb to always is accompanied by some time phrase that it comes. I went yesterday, it can be, or I went last week, you can say last week. So last month, last year, last night. So I went. She left to Hyderabad. When did she leave to Hyderabad? So it is she went to Hyderabad on Saturday. She went to Hyderabad. So she went on Saturday. She left on Saturday. I forgot this on here. She went on Saturday. I went yesterday. Then I completed. Let us take it. It's not I here now. She completed. When she completed her task. She completed her task when? Last night only. It is last night. So this time phrase immediately follows this simple past tense. In the simple past tense, without the time frame, we don't use it. Why I am mentioning it means you should get a doubt also here. You might be getting a doubt or you should get a doubt is I am saying. So modal verbs, you might be getting, probability, you should get. So it happens to, you should get a doubt also. So it's my opinion that you should get. Should is my opinion. So it is the speaker's opinion. Now keep that aside. So what we are discussing here now, instead of I went, I can say I have gone. Instead of I went, I can say I have gone. Then what is that difference? So when we are doing the present perfect tense in the yesterday's, means in the previous class, when we are doing about the present tense, we come to know that this action should have an impact at the present moment. So if it has some impact or its consequences are affecting the present situation, then only we go for the present perfect tense. Though the meaning seems to be same, I have gone, vellipoyanu, I went, vellipoyanu, but though the meaning seems same, what we have to do? So it should have impact on the present situation. I have gone there and gave all my things, something. So it's related to that. I have eaten, means there the dinner party is going on and I went there, I have eaten. So it's like this, just before I have completed. Means you are inquiring about it and which I did it. They have lost the keys. Means you see somebody searching there and we say that they are searching the keys. Then what you will say, what are they doing? They have lost the keys. They have lost the keys. Their action is, their present action is connected with the past action. They have lost the keys. So then we use this perfect tense. But if that action does not have any impact on the present, just with the time we mention that I went. Just like World War II occurred. In which year? Occurred in which year? In 1941 to 45, if I am right. So occurred. So ran or occurred in 1941 or 1945. It's like this. So with this in and at, certain time phrases also will help us. Certain time phrases with the help of these things also we come to know that this is the past incident. So remember one thing: subject, verb to, and some time phrase. Some time phrase has to be used in the simple past tense. Has to be used in the simple past tense. That is one example. See the next example. So these both things we have come across. So to question about the past actions. See something to ask about the past actions. So what do we do now? For example, first, before I go to that, we will do the negative sentence of this and we will do a question of this. So positive question, negative question, both we will do. She ate a banana. What did she do? She ate a banana. What is the negative form of this? She not ate banana. Is it right? Is it right? What do you say? Do we say in this way? So one thing you need to recall. So what is there in the main verb? What will be there in the main verb? There in the verb 2. There a dummy verb, hidden verb, did. So when the did comes, not. She did not. When did as verb 2 it comes, again we need to write a simple present tense. She did not eat a banana. This is the negative sentence. This is a positive sentence and this is a negative sentence. What is the question now? So positive question. Did, this auxiliary verb should come first. Hope you are knowing this. Did she eat banana? Yes or no? What do you say? Yes or no? Excuse me once, please let me check. Yeah. Did she eat? Yes, she ate. Yes or no? Then for this, all the W, so almost all the W H questions. When did she eat? When did she eat the banana? In the morning. Where did she eat the banana? In my house. So then what else? What are the other WH? When, where, how did she eat banana? As usually, as the way we all eat, except for two questions, except for who and what. So whenever we pose a question with who wrote the book, this is the right question. Who wrote the book, we have to say. We should not say who did write the book. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is right. Right? Please do remember. So here this with who, did we don't use. Directly we can use who wrote the book. Who wrote the book. In the same way with the what also. What happened? What happened yesterday? What happened today in the class? What happened today in the class? This is the right question. We cannot say, or we should not say what did happen today. What did seems to be grammatically the rule is correct now. What did happen today? So this is a wrong. We don't use it in this way. So this is the wrong sentence. Please do remember. So exceptions are who and what. With who and what, we don't use it in this manner. The other thing, simple past is used to answer present perfect questions. So let us take simple past is used to answer present perfect. Have you eaten? Have you eaten tonight? Have you eaten tonight? This is the question. It's a perfect question, present perfect question. Answer is yes, I have. Yes, I have. Then the answer, then the rest of the answer, I ate. So I ate at night, I ate tonight. Likewise, yes, I have. Till this is the answer. Have you means yes, I have. Later it should be verb 2. Again, we should not say I have. Yes, I have eaten. We need not say this. Yes, I have. You can stop the answer till here. But when you want to continue, it is the simple past tense. In the simple past tense, we have to answer. The other thing it is for past habits. See, remember used to. When we have did the modal auxiliaries, we have spoken, we have discussed about that used to. I used to dance more, I used to sing more, I used to jump more. So you used to, we all used to do certain things which were our past habits. So instead of this used to, we can use this verb to with some time verbs and time phrases. Likewise, I never went to dance class late, right? So this was my habit. So I never went, means it's repeatedly I used to go there, you can understand here, but I never went. So I did not do it. It was my habit. All the time attending in time was my habit. So this is how we use it for the past. So we use for the past habit. So for the past habits we use used to also. So instead, in the place of used to, we can use like this. I used to, but some time phrase should give this clarity. So that also do remember. And the other thing, improbable conditions. Probability is happening either or. So 50-50 chances are certain percentage of here and there. So the probability. So what do we say? If I were the PM. If I were the PM, is there any chance? Is there any probability? So suppose, imagine there are some 10% of chance of becoming one day PM like this. So if I were the PM, what I would do? I would concentrate only on growth of youth, because this is the resource for the future, right? So if I were that, I could do this. I would concentrate only on the growth of the youth, as they were the resource. But as I was not, I couldn't do that. If there was a possibility, if there is some probability, then I can do that. So let's see one more example. If I can, if we saw a ghost, if we saw a ghost in room, is there any chance? First, do you all believe in ghosts? If we see this ghost in room, what happens? So we all would run away. We would run away. What we do? We would run away. So if we see the ghost, we would run away. This is what it happens here. So the next it is, hope this is what also we did. Then two pasts for simultaneously happening are one after the other. For example, I went, washed my hands, and when I washed my hands, before I started eating, or before I ate, right? I washed my hands before I ate. So this is what washing and eating, immediately one after the other it is happening, almost simultaneously, you can say one after the other immediately. So for when certain things are happening without much gap, then we can use two past tenses, simple past tenses in the sentence. So that is one way of using the simple past tense. See, once here it indicates with a past action, and so past action with a verb. So I went yesterday, I went last week. So in the ages, last year I went there, last year I went in the morning, likewise. Now the time, in the morning, certain things like, so he bought the car in Canada. He bought the car in Canada. This in Canada will tell us that it has happened in the past, though it did not say the time. This in Canada will say us that so something it is related to the past. To question, so except who and what, I said where did you go, when did you go, how did you go, with whom did you go, all this. Except for who and what, who wrote this, who picked it, who dropped it, who took it, who spoke here, who shouted. So it comes. Who did it shout? It does not come. Please do remember what happened. So what made you to do this? What made you to do this? So likewise, so with what and who, we directly use without did. The who or what and verb 2 it comes. Then simple past is used for present. So whenever, have you eaten? Yes, I have. I ate in the morning itself. Likewise, yes, I have. It's over. Then I ate. Again, we should not say I have eaten. Then it is for past habit. So either use it to or or with verb to. So I never went to the dance classes late. I never went. I never went in the sense, so it's a repeated action in my past, so but I did not do. I means, for example, if I have gone, imagine I had gone it for 2 years, I never went late to the class. So that's what. So that was my past habit. Likewise, so I never went. Past habit. The otherwise, I used to go to class, I was never late. So likewise it comes up. Then improbable. If we see a ghost, we all will vanish. If I were the Prime Minister, I would help. So I would do wonders. So improbable. Then two past actions. I went, I spoke, I wrote, I explained, I cleaned. I explained, I cleaned. So I wrote and I cleaned. I wrote and I wiped. So all this immediately are happening, no? So simple pasts. So I wrote and I cleaned. So both the things, I wrote and I wiped, I explained and I wrote. So the things which are happening one after the other immediately. So then we can use two simple pasts.